This video is going to make more money in your trading than anything else on YouTube, because you're going to learn the correct way to look at reading market structure, understanding your market bias, so you start looking for those highly probability trades. So we're going to carry on in this series of going through understanding the way I look at marking up my structures to help you identify this for yourself. Now we're going to go through NAS 100 today. So we're going to start off on the monthly time frame. So you can see that look, we've been in a massive uptrend here on this market. So if we look at what's close to us, we can see the market broke this structure here. Okay, we then continue to move up. We broke structure. No, there's no lower, high, low. This is a valid breaker structure. And this is the final breaker structure. So then we have a break to the downside here. Okay, we then pull back and then we have another break here to downside, just breaking through. We can then reverse that structure. We can identify we have another nice break to the upside, pull back, and again we copy that over. Another breakout to the upside with our structure, and finally let's grab this one. Do we have another break there? Yes, we do. And we'll remove this. So we can identify, okay, we're bullish on the monthly, quite simply identifying where we continue to break to the upside. So currently we can also quickly look at an area here of demand, okay, in the market, where we may want to see price pull back into, but we've got such a strong momentum at the moment on this pair. We can see the continuation of those blue candles, which are imbalance candles being formed on those moves up. We're not even pulling back to previous demand areas. We're just pulling back into those imbalances. Here we've pulled back into imbalance, pushed away, pulled back into imbalance once again, and pushed away. So like, if you want to understand more on how you can mark up these supply and demand zones, then you need to check out that Profit Trade workshop, where it's going to go through and give you a foundation, okay, of understanding how to trade with supply and demand, a full trade plan, and it's going to help you to identify those highly probability trade setups. Now I'll leave that link below in the description of the video, and there'll be a link popping up for you to check it out right now. So if we now carry on to the next stage, we're going to go down to a weekly time frame now. In fact, let me screw back to a monthly. Let's put all this onto a monthly time frame. Let's go down to a nice clean chart on a weekly, and we'll look at the same thing. So we're bullish on that monthly, okay, just broken out, continuing higher. And again, we can identify, let's get a drawing tool. So we had a break here to the downside, let's push down, reverse structures, continued up, and there's no high or low. There might be just one there, breakout. We then broke back lower, broke lower again, then we've broken back higher, breakout higher again, and there's no high low. This isn't, so pull back. So this is another breakout. Then we have another breakout and a current breakout. So if we go closer into price now, we can identify where the market's being very bullish. Let's just remove all this off and we go to the current price. So let's mark up our current area of structure. Okay, so we've just broken out of this high. It is a swing point in the fact that we made a high, we've got a lower high to the right, a lower high to the left. It creates a swing point, and down below we've got a higher high to the right and a higher low to the right and a higher low to the left. We create that swing point, and that's where we have the breakout. So currently we've just broken out that high. We also have this breakout here, and then we also have this swing breakout here. So you can see we've been very bullish, and again we'd have an area of demand we'd have sitting here, and we'd have the area of demand sitting here as we see the market continue higher. But just like we see on that monthly time frame, we can identify the market wants to pull back into our imbalances and then push away, and we pull back into our imbalance again and push away. That's when we know we have a very strong market. Okay, we see the continuations of price not coming back to our areas of demand, but coming back to areas of imbalances. Now what you're going to find on the lower time frames is that these areas of imbalances may very well be lower time frame areas of demand. So with that in mind, let's just now mark this up as our weekly structures. And we'll pop down now to the daily. So we're bullish, okay, on the NAS 100 with the monthly structure, bullish on a weekly structure. We're continuing to go higher. If we look to the left, we've got nothing ready to the left, so we continue to push upwards. We're looking for buys, okay? We're not looking for sales on this at the moment. Go down to daily. Okay, now we can start looking at the daily. Nice, solid daily structure there to the upside. We don't need to mark it to see it's a nice bullish trend. There's our last breakout to the upside. And let's have a look. We have a swing structure there, breakout. We have pullback. We could mark it out as a small breakout there. Continuation, no pullback. Okay, so again, we can identify that this is our last area. Okay, sell to buy move. So when we start reading price here, we can see we have a push up, pullback, breakout. So at any point now we've broken out, we could see a pullback, okay, into the demand area and these imbalanced candles for another run higher once again. So keep on the lookout, okay? We're potentially still very bullish on this pair until reverse structure. So to reverse structure at this point, we've got to break out this low. This low is going to have to be removed for us to see a continuation to the downside. That's going to show us a pullback on the weekly, essentially come back to areas of imbalances on that weekly. So again, look, we have a nice sell to buy move, looking for a pullback now. Okay, we got a nice run up, looking for a pullback to those imbalances, okay, into demand for the next run. So on a daily as well, we are bullish. Okay, we're bullish on a weekly, we're bullish on a monthly. This is a very bullish market. If you're trying to sell in this type of market, you're going to be kicked out time and time again with a losing trade. So there is our current move to the upside on the daily. Let's then pop down to the 4 hour. Okay, so a 4 hour. In fact, let me just go back to that daily. Let's just make sure we've put these onto a daily at the moment. Then we'll go back to the 4 hour. And we can identify where we did have a shift in structure. So we had a push higher here. Market pushed up, pulled back. We had a shift to the downside in structure. The market then did have another shift to downside once again. We can mark this off as a high. We've gone bullish once again. Now, obviously, this is then going to be our strong low in this market. We pull back. We have a sweep. I'll show you in a minute where this happens. We have another break of structure right there. And I'll show you where these sweeps were coming in. With a lovely looking sweep right here in the market, which is played out perfectly. Look at the nice candlestick. We even swept all these lows as well. We're going to go closer in. Let's just have a look and see. We did break out with that small breakout. So that is in fact a small break as well. So you can see how the market continues to now be bullish. So we've pushed bullish, bearish. Okay, and that's our pullback. Failed to break it. Then we broke out with this candle. We pushed lower, pulled back. Okay, higher low, and we broke structure. Then we pulled back once again, made a sweep, and eventually broke out higher. Small pullback, continuation. Where did that pullback come to? Okay, understanding your structures, understanding your imbalances. Now, if you're not sure on imbalances, there is a full playlist in this channel. I will leave it linked above now. Go through and watch about imbalances. It's going to help you. It's key in these types of markets, especially when they're so bullish. And again, we have another break of structure once again here to the upside. And the market still creates a new swing high where we could see another continuation higher. We've got this imbalance below where we could pull back into for a run for this week high. So the 4 hour, okay, is very bullish as well. We even have down here an area of demand where price is broken, pull back into a continuation to the upside. So just now mark all this out as the current time frame. Okay, in fact, let me just put this onto lower time frame as well. Then we'll have this on at 15. Let's go down to a 15-minute chart, and we can identify on a 15 where price, okay, broke out, came back in. This was actually non-farm payroll news, which has probably caused this, and then we've pushed back up higher. We have this on all the Forex currencies as well. We see this on the euro and the US dollar index. Now the market is moving quite sideways. If we look at the current structures, okay, now we are very, very bullish on this market. We're bullish on the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly. We're only buying right now. Potentially we're looking for pullbacks into areas of imbalances, bullish imbalances, or areas of demand. Now we're looking for potential sweep patterns as well, these areas. So let's look at this break to the upside. So we mark this off as a breakout, pullback continuation. There is a no pullback there for an entry. There's a pullback there, continuation. This now gives me a strong low. You see we haven't pushed through that low, and this was only a sweep to push back through this low, which we did. So this becomes my current week high. So currently in the market, okay, now we can see the market is pushed up through the high. Let's mark it off. We're looking for the market now to run to this week high, okay, to push through, because this is in fact our area of a strong area of demand, which is held price. And we even had a sweep at the low. They are my bread and butter trades, understanding the sweep. And we can identify that the market from this area is pushing back up to run this week area. Now, if we push through this level, that would reverse our structure, and then we could potentially see a pullback, okay, on the 4 hour. And that's how this video is going to make you more money in trading than any other video on YouTube. Understanding the way you can read the markets like this will help you to set up and look for those trades. If you want to take your trading to that next level of supply and demand, make sure you go and check out that Profit Trade workshop. There'll be a link popping up at the end of this video, and make sure you go and watch the next video in this series. If there isn't one already out, go back and watch the first video in this series and watch the rest through in this playlist.